So hello everyone and welcome back to GT1 for our final round this evening. We'll be kicking off in about about 1 or 2 minutes. We've got Nordschleife this evening, which will be very interesting. Extremely long track. Qualifying, the lap will be about over 7 minutes, so that's going to be a very interesting qualifying. And then we've got Kyoto, the Yamagiwa and Miyabi track as well. Secondly, we've still got manufacturers to decide. Tom has won the championship, so congratulations to him, but we've still got manufacturers and I think 4th place is still up for grabs, so we're starting off in about 2 minutes time. So we're just about to start this evening. Qualifying has just begun, so we've already got Zom in the chat and Junkie Sport as well. So hello gentlemen, hopefully we shall have 2 crackers this evening, particularly at the end of the season. The last 3 or 4 weeks have been exceptional. A couple of the weeks have been the best I've seen so far. I've done commentaries, I've done about 18-19 weeks of commentary now, I think it's something like that, and the last 2 weeks have certainly been the best in terms of quality. Why have we got, sometimes the camera angles are terrible on this. Right, we're going to have a bit of time to talk about the championship and who's in the fight and all that, because as I say, Nordschleife, you have a 7.5 minute lap, and the out lap people will be going about 8 minutes to try and save their tyres, because being such a long track, you use your tyres a hell of a lot more than you would at other tracks, so that'll be something to keep an eye on. So everyone will have 1 lap, that is it. You'll not have any more than 1 lap at all, so we'll have to see how everyone gets on. Mistakes can play a massive part around here. Go on the grass at all, I mean, anything. I mean, you're kind of looking at about a 7 minute roughly, that's probably going to be the pole time. You're not going to be seeing anyone slipstreaming around here, not at all. It's too narrow, everyone's going to be very, very, very spread out towards the end of the lap. So yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one today. Right, so let's have a little peek at what is up for grabs this evening. So as I say, we have our new champion, which is T. Smith, after a pretty dominant season for him. And in second place is Flying Throne. Flying Throne has used his wildcard in the Toyota, so he is slightly at threat still from Pagani. So in terms of wildcards tonight, we've got a busy week in terms of wildcards. So Aston Martin, Nissan, Subaru and Corvette have all not used the wildcards, and they will be using them tonight. So that's 4 teams using the wildcards. In terms of the manufacturers at the moment, we've got BMW top on 306 and Toyota in second and 278, 28 points behind. Both of these teams have used a wildcard though, so Toyota is unlikely to kind of feature. And P3's Aston Martin, who are 37 points behind, and they have the wildcard. So obviously you've got 32 points up for grabs every week, maximum. So you can get a maximum of say 64 points extra using your wildcard, but that's extremely unlikely. It all depends how many points BMW get, and on average they've been getting a hell of a lot of points. So it's a tricky one. BMW is definitely favourites for the manufacturers tonight. It would take a lot for Aston Martin to catch up, but having said that, Aston Martin have left it for this week because of the tracks. Pagani absolutely loves Nordschleife, and Aaron absolutely loves Kyoto, Yamagiwa and Miyabi. So in the Kyoto tracks Aaron loves, and Pagani is the quickest guy around Nordschleife. So it was definitely planned, obviously, that they wanted to use it this week, so a lot of the guys have used it. We've only got, I think we've got 2 missing this evening, so we've got Hockey Hopkins and I believe it's SF Racing that's missing. So we've got 2 guys missing this evening for the final round. But in terms of 4th in the manufacturers, that's already kind of decided. Nissan's got 4th, and then it's kind of close between the back 3 or 4. Also something to look out for, the Group 4 Championship is still quite close. There's only 1 point separating T-Smith and Flying Throne. Both of them have used a wild card as well. The Group 3 is it's already decided. T-Smith won that quite comfortably, but Group 4 is still up for grabs between T-Smith and Throne, so we've got that to keep an eye on as well this evening. So as I say, we've got a hell of a long out lap. Usually by this point everyone's completed a lap and we can have a lot more to talk about, but because of the way Nordschleife is, we're 6 minutes in and nobody's round to start a lap yet. So everyone's coming nearly, I think they're about a minute and a half, 2 minutes from the start. As you can see on the map, they're coming to near the end of the lap. So the last part of Nordschleife is an incredibly long straight into like a little tricky section of like right handles at the end. But they are very, very, very close to the end. So they've got another minute or so to go, but it's a horrendous track to get right. It's absolutely awful. You can so easily get on the grass here. It is green hell basically. If you like it, you'll probably have a very, very good race this evening, because most people hate it. As we've just seen CG spin it on an out lap, just showing you how easy it is. It's because it's so narrow around here. There's nowhere to overtake really. You need to overtake on the straights. The corners are so narrow, and even on the straights, there's a lot of straights where there's left kinks and right kinks on the straight. So it's not like easy places to overtake. Even on the straights, there could be some incidents because there is a lot of like sharp, flat out corners, but they are on the straights, and you're going at an incredibly high speed, obviously. So definitely watch out. There's going to be a lot of incidents, I think, in this race, just because of the track. Probably going to be more spins than anything else, just going to be people going off. But thankfully, just about to start. Flying Throne is literally just about to start. He's coming around the final corner now. He's about to start his lap, so he's, as I say, 8 minutes roughly an out lap. So he's on the super soft because he's on the Toyota. Most guys will probably be on the softs, I'd imagine, but because of the Toyota, he will be in the super softs to get less wear. So he's coming around the first few corners now. Sector 1, this is probably quite a tricky corner here. He's coming in quite quickly, managing it very well so far. T Smith just coming around the first part of that lap as well in the BMW. Mighty area as well. Everyone's starting their laps. Cat saying he wants to on the calendar next season. Bit eventful. Michael C in the Mercedes. One thing I will say, this Michael C's round and hit the wall, just showing you how difficult it is. Aaron nearly put too much off the curb there. The thing is well here though, if people go off you will see them carrying on because a lot of people will make mistakes. Michael C is taking those curves very aggressively. You will see a lot of people going off and going wide round here. It's just the kind of track it is. I'm surprised about the gaps. There are a lot of these people, because of how long the track is, there can be massive variations in lap time. So you can have, say, the fastest person, this is excluding mistakes, you can have the fastest person on a 7.4 and the slowest person maybe on a 7.20 or something like that, or a 7.15, and that might even be their pace. It's just because of how long a track is. So, person to watch out for, Pagani and Tom and Frome. Pagani is extremely quick round here, so watch out for his lap. So we've now got Lennon as well, so we've got 10 people already watching, so everyone, if everyone can like the stream as well, it helps us out massively with FTRL. Gets more people to see it, so that would be greatly appreciated. So we get Pagani seemingly doing well at the moment, and we get Dons on the Subaru, Peatman in the other Subaru, and then we've got Lee Cole in the GTR. That's one car that might struggle here. As I said, there is a lot of straights here, but there's a hell of a lot of tight corners as well, and that is not really the GTR's friend. Rom in the other BMW. God almighty, Blue Flag and Panda took an outlap of 9 minutes. Whoa! Just shows you the difference in people trying to not use their tyres as much. Will's used the tyres a bit more than Blue Flag. Blue Flag's on the super softs. Everyone seems not to, but I've only seen one incident so far in qualifying. Hopefully everyone gets round alright. Oh, Lee Cole is in the GTR's just not turned there. It's not wanted to move. Yeah, that just shows you where the GTR struggles a little bit. Carrying on though, as I would expect. Yeah, that's not what you want on your qualifying lap. Pagani taking every corner like a dream so far. Aaron's caught up to the back of Michael. See, this is the thing you have to watch out for, is you can catch up with people making a mistake. Aaron's, he's got an Arsenal inspired delivery this evening. Actually, it's quite nice, even though I don't support Arsenal, it's actually quite nice. So, he's catching up, which is not going to be, might hinder him a little bit. And Mighty Iggy still, Tom's got a bit of a penalty, but maybe we get rid of that. Nature of the track. Frome just going around the first of the corners there. Tom just coming around the same area. Can't remember what that's called. It's annoying me. If anyone in the chat remembers what that part of the track's called. There's one thing. There's too many corners here that I will not be using the corner names this evening. I'm afraid. I'm not that knowledgeable on Nordschleife that I remember all blooming 20 kilometres, whatever it is, of the track. Aaron's still catching up to the back of Michael C. Come towards left-hander. You kind of want to be on the inside there, you don't want to be on the outside of that. If you are on the outside, then you just get all out of shape, bump over it, and it's not nice. You don't want to be doing it at all. Pagani just coming in. Pagani's got up to the back of SBY as well. He's quite close. I think he might actually be catching him, but then Pagani taking that the best we've seen so far. Donzo just coming around to the same part now. Actually, he's a bit behind. We've got Peatman P10. 10th person set a lap. Lee will be the 11th. Then we've got Rom still in the BMW. Blue Flag and Panda. Panda, see, this is one track that the Lexus will struggle at. The Lexus's tyre wear is a lot more than other cars, and you can see that already from just looking at the GTR as well. A couple of the guys really struggling in their tyres more than others. Aaron's got past Michael C, just a little bit sketchy on traction, but you will see that around here. There's a lot of traction zones obviously, so you'll see a lot of people moving about. In terms of laps, there will be 4 laps this evening, and there's not even a kind of doubt about that. There will be 4 laps this evening. That's absolutely guaranteed. Frome just come down the long straight. It's about 30 seconds long you're on it for. So he's going to be the first person. Then we get Tom just behind as well. By even looking at the distance between the cars there, T Smith is going to set a quicker lap time than Frome, it looks like. And then we get the Mighty Iggy just behind as well. Mighty Iggy's on a decent lap here, must be said. As well. Could be quite close here, so we get Frome coming. Oh, he's on the curb there, that's not good. Don't want to be doing that. So Frome's coming towards the final call, and he's going to be setting a 7-minute 10, I think it is going to be roughly. 7-minute 10.5. So Tom coming round the final corner, he's going to be beating that. He's going to set a 7-minute 0.4. 7-minute 4.9, that's a very good time there. Mighty Iggy is going to be just behind that, I think. 7-minute 6.1, yep. So Frome's down to P3 at the moment. CG just coming round. The final few corners, CG is going to be behind Frome, I believe. By looking at the times, it might actually just be ahead. CG coming across the line, 7-minute 9.9, just beats the team with their 6 times. Then we get Aaron coming across the line as well, coming up towards it now. Aaron's going to be the final at the moment, 7-minute 10.7, Michael 7-minute 18.8. Pagani comes towards the final part of the lap here. Gas could be tight, 7-minute 4.9, he beats it by 3 times. Pagani on pole, SBY final of the times at the moment on a 7-minute 22. Donzo coming towards the end of the straight. Donzo's going to be at near the back, I think, at the moment. Looking at the time. One more corner to go. It's going to be about 7-minute 20. Just below that, actually, probably. 7-minute 19.6. So he beats SBY. Peatman's going to be just ahead of that, 7-minute 17. And P7, so last few. Lee Call's going to be 7-minute 15, 16 maybe, yep. So Lee Call slots into P7. Rom coming across the line, he'll be a bit ahead of that. It looks like he's going to be a 7.8, 7-minute 8 possibly, 7-minute 8. So that comes up to P4, and then we'll get the last 2. Blue Flag coming towards the final few corners. He looks like he's a little bit down in what he needs to be on pole, but it looks like he's gonna be P4, I'd say maybe. 7-minute 9.2, P5 he slots into it, and then we get the last person to cross the line. Panda's well down on the time, I think. He's gonna be at the back, Panda. Look at the tyre wear after 1 lap. Well, he's 1 lap in and out lap. Okay, so that rounds out. He's going to be at the back. So we'll get Pagani, T Smith, then the Mighty Iggy, Rom, Blue Flag, CJ, Frome, Aaron, Lee, Peatman, Michael, and it was SBY, Donzo, and Panda rounding out, I think it was anyway. So, as I say, it'll be 4 laps. Most cars will be doing a 1-stop. Cars like the Lexus and maybe the GTR may have to do a 2-stop, but the issue with the 2-stop round here is they will still have to go 2 laps on one of the stints. So, how do you work that out? It's going to be an interesting race. It's going to be a bit hectic. Best of luck to them, I'd rather them than me. Round here, Pagani leads T Smith away. Gets a good start. It's a really short run down to turn 1. The Mighty Iggy slots in P3, Rom in P4, another BMW, Blue Flag in P5, CJ just behind in P6, followed closely by Frome and Aaron. Nearly side by side. Still sticks behind though. Lee in P9 at the moment. Then we've got Peatman, Michael C who's sliding. Who's that? Frome. Frome's off. He's rejoining, he's just joining back in P12. That's not going to help his Group 4 chances at all. So, Mighty Iggy still just behind T Smith and Pagani. Then we've got closely followed by Rom, Blue Flag, CJ. Bit of a gap back to Aaron now. That was a little gap Frome was in. So, Aaron sits in P7. Lee just behind in P8 and Peatman, Michael C still. Donzo is right on the back of him, coming down the straight to the next. Talking about right-hander Michael C on the grass there. As I said, that's what can happen around about here. Coming right-hander, Donzo, Michael C. He's just about holding him off at the moment. Donzo right on his back though, he's so close to the back of him. All the way down, coming towards the next right hand tap. Yeah, there we are. Donzo's still sitting behind a little bit. Michael C taking the curves nicely. Donzo's dropped off a little bit. Frome back in P12 after the earlier incident. SUI's in the back now. Pagani closely followed by Tom. Then we get the Mighty Iggy, Rom. Blue Flag has went wide, and then we get CJ just behind. Blue Flag's managed to pass CJ. CJ right on his back though. Close battle between Mighty Iggy and T Smith. Mighty Iggy's doing well in that Corvette. Group 4 Corvette's not the greatest car. Not like it at all. It's quite slow and difficult. Can't really get pace out of the Group 3 Corvette in all hands. I love the car, but he's managing to do well in it so far, at least. So, but nearly halfway through lap 1. Blue Flag still in P5. Aaron's still in P7 as well. We've got Lico sitting behind in P8. Michael C's caught up to the back of Peatman. Donzo's got passed by Flying Frome. Don't know if he's been about a mistake. He's dropped off a little bit. Michael C's quite close to Peatman though, down the next straight. So Pagani's still ahead. That is, as I say, really difficult to overtake around here. It's not an easy track whatsoever to get moves by. Peatman's went wide, which allowed Michael C. Thought he was going to go down the inside there, but he's backed out. He's still very close though on the next straight. That's quite a long straight, this bit. Yeah, so they're flat out through a lot of these corners. He's still having a look. Michael C, is he going to dive on the inside? He's going to have to be brave if he wants to make a move round here. Michael C is near enough side by side. Backs out still in the next part. Flying Frome catching up massively. Flying Frome's already going for the move. Michael C's on the grass. Flying Frome through into P10. Good move. Michael C. He's got all out of shape there. That's going to allow Donzo to catch back up to the back of him. Here we go for the first time. His left-hander. Flying Frome takes it perfectly. Everyone else seems alright. SVI still down the bottom. Pagani still at P1, he's got a 1 second lead now. Mighty Iggy in P3. Rom's cut off a little bit, and Blue Flag is a little bit adrift from 3.6, so at the moment it's a front 4, and then a bit of a gap behind. I think Aaron will be quite happy with how he's doing so far. Managing to keep it on the track. He's not a massive fan of deer, but he's doing not bad at the moment. Lico doing a solid job in that GTR. As I say, not the best car for this, but Flying Foam still in P10. Flying Foam's had a wiggle, he's dropped off from Peatman. So, as I say, some people love this track, and other people absolutely despise it. It's just one of those tracks. Michael C's all over the shot here, he's wide again. It's one of those tracks, if you're not entirely familiar or you don't like it, it's so difficult to get right. T Smith has cut a little bit to the back of Pagani for this part of the lap. And the Mighty Iggy dropping off a little bit. Rom's right on his back though. We'll stick even. I can't even speak anymore. So T Smith following Pagani quite closely, and then we've got a battle for P3 as well, so gonna have a bit of battle in here going on for the end of the first lap possibly. On the straight, I'd imagine we'll see quite a few overtakes from these guys. If the straight is that long, you could see an overtake and a re-overtake on the same straight. It's that long, depending on the cars, if your car's quite in a straight line. Aston and BMW, I think, are quite similar in a straight line, so there's a massive amount of difference between them. As you come down the straight now, so T Smith is going to overtake Pagani. You'll see the difference in the speed. T Smith at 153, he's going at 1 mile an hour closely. Pagani is managing just about to keep him behind at the moment. T Smith will get past him though, I'd imagine. Next part. Is it close enough? It's actually extremely tight. I'm amazed he's managing to keep. He is, he's getting behind. Rom's past the Mighty Iggy though. So BMW is running second third, that's going to help the manufacturers. If it stands at that at the moment, I think it's most likely, then it's going to, I don't know, it might even confirm. I think it might confirm the BMW might actually manufacture. If it stayed like this, it would either confirm or it would, Aston might require a bit of a miracle in the next race. Though I wouldn't rule that out, bearing in mind it's one of Aaron's favourite tracks. What's happened to CJ? CJ's had a moment. He's down in P8 now, he was ahead of Aaron, so Aaron's up to P6 now, and then we get Lico and CJ who's dropped back. SF Racing saying T Smith's fuel saving. That might not be a bad shout actually, because T Smith is usually, that car's usually quite horrendous on its seal. BMW, it's got a really small fuel tank, and he's not actually that bad in fuel at the moment, so that might be a good shout actually. Might be CG right on the back of Lico here. It's so nerve-wracking when people go to overtake round here, because you can just see it ending badly just because of the nature of the track. So Pagani, his first lap was a 7 minute 8.5, and it was the fastest first lap obviously, because it was first person to cross the line. That's not a bad shout at all, SF. Okay, actually that's quite a good shout. Didn't think of that. End of the day, doesn't have to make an overtake right now, he can wait until the last lap if he needs to, if he's going to stick behind. That BMW's fuel is downfall, it's extremely quick around a lot of the tracks, but that's his issue. Lico's caught to the back of Aaron now, so we've got a 3-car train round here. If there's anywhere you don't really want to be in a big train of cars, it's probably here. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the place you want to be following cars closely behind each other. It's like CJ, is he going to be looking up? He's side by side now. He's going to have to sit back though, that Lico, and that Nissan's just got the straight line speed just to pull back. We've got Foam catching up to the back of this as well, so we could actually have a 4-car train. Oh, We've got Pagani that's getting closely followed by T Smith now as well. Oh, Pagani on the grass! Oh. Just about managed a bit of a wiggle, but he's fine. Pagani knows this place at the back of his hand. He's great round here. 5-second gap now back to Mighty Iggy. There's a big gap back to Rom as well. I think Rom's made a mistake somewhere. Blue Flag's having a good race so far. Must be said, Blue Flag is doing impressive on his tyres at the moment compared to everyone else. Pagani's struggling on his tyres now, and T Smith is right behind him. So you're gonna see people in this lap. Everyone will be in at the end of this lap. How is, quickly double check, how is the Lexus doing in its fuel? Its tyres, sorry. Absolutely dreadful. Right, that's enough of that. You don't want to be in a Lexus at the moment. Tom's right behind, he's in the slipstream. Might just be saving fuel still again though, he's not keen in on the straight. He's gaining now though. Mighty Iggy's still in P3, then we've got Rom just behind. Blue Flag follows, are very closely behind. Aaron has managed to get away from Leacoll. CJ, Peatman, Frome. Oh dear, there's about there's 6 cars in a train at Nordschleife. FTRL train at Nordschleife, anyone? No thanks. T Smith on the straight now. Okay, I say it's a straight, it's a windy straight, this part. There's so many corners here, you actually do not know where any of them are. You forget your bearings in this place, it's that long. So, just following quite closely behind. T Smith just looks like he's got the slight upper hand at the moment. I think it's probably due to tyre wear though. T Smith is, because of the slipstream part, T Smith is managing to save fuel, which is helping him because the issue that Pagani has is tyres. The Aston's not as good in his tyres as the BMW is. So Tom's managing to stay behind, have better tyres, and the fuel is not as much of an issue because he's managing to fuel save. Still quite closely behind. Blue Flag still behind Rome. And we get this big train of cars at the moment, which I'd quite happy I'm not in. Oh my god, that Lexus's front left tyre. Oh. I feel very bad for that Lexus. Poor Will. I think we'll have a quick look at this battle here for P7. Between all of these cars. Well, not far behind Aaron as well, but Aaron's managed to get away slightly. At the moment, no BMW, I think, are gonna. Yeah, BMW will outscore, I think, by a point at the moment as it stands. Frome right behind Peatman. Frome looking. He's gonna make a move. No, backs out of it. Go for it. Donzo and Michael C running quite close together as well. Frome having a look again. Oh, Peatman went on the outside there and got on that wrong side of the bump. Something's happened with Michael C, he's dropped off the back. CG close to the back of Leacoll. T Smith side by side with Pagani. Pagani retakes V1 now. Pagani's got slightly more fuel, but not particularly much. Not as much as you would say usually, just because I think T Smith's been fuel saving so much. Pagani, T Smith in at the pits. So 4% difference on fuel. All of these guys will be in the pits. We've got Ron, Blue Flag, Aaron P6, Leacoll has gained a little bit on Aaron, but Aaron's still enough ahead. we've got Frome has managed to get past Peatman. Then we've got Donzo, Michael C who had that issue. Who's on? Who's at the yellow flag? What's happening there? No idea. Right, Pagani's come out ahead of T Smith by 7 tenths. So back side by side with each other. The Mighty Iggy's still in P3, 4.3 seconds behind. Blue Flag still in P4. He's managed to jump Rom because of the fuel difference, obviously. BMW has to fuel up more, so Rom's not managed to fuel save as much because he didn't have the slipstream effect. Anyone? Lee Cole's got out ahead of Aaron. There's another one to have a look out, so he's managed to jump him. It's about 2.5 seconds I think the difference was there. Team pull for them, so Lee Cole's managed to jump him, so well done to Lee Cole for that. Aaron's right on the back of him now, he's looking for a move. Gaining, pulls away. The issue is Lee Cole's in a GTR. Lee Cole's sliding everywhere. Aaron he went for a look there and then backed out. Losing so much time here. It's just so difficult to get a move around here. You need to be so brave. It's just so narrow. Aaron having another look. A wiggle there as well. Everyone else is caught up behind him. Pagani still ahead in P1. There's gaps separating now, so we'll keep sticking with this battle in P6. Team Lico, Aaron, CJ, Frome. Aaron having another look. There she is. Well, Aaron has. He's probably going to. Best judge he's probably going to have to overtake is either that long straight, or if he wants to get past quickly, he's going to have to do it in a corner because that GTR's too quick in a straight line. It can pass it on the smaller straights. But the corners are so narrow round here that it's borderline impossible to try and get a clean move around here. It's just so difficult. Nico still just ahead. You have to put, if you're going to overtake, you have to put so much trust in the other driver. He's just behind still. Aaron's on the curb there. He's just about managed to stay ahead of CJ, who's gearing slightly behind. Look at all of this. All of these cars within a second of each other. Absolutely amazing watching this. How are they all managing to stay away from each other? Not. I think Frome is going to get a run on his teammate. Frome thinks better of it again. Glenn is saying that Pagani might struggle to get rid of that penalty. Yeah, it's you can't really get rid of it anywhere here, so it's going to be an issue. So we have to hope he gets a penalty. Aaron having a look at Lico. CG and Frome so close together as well. I did not expect to see 4 cars within a second of each other at Nordschleife. Not expecting this whatsoever. Donzo's not far off the back of this as well. Lico on the grass a little bit there. Aaron in the slipstream still looking for a move. Twitching. Oh, Aaron's. Has he saved it? He's had to switch in, like slot in behind CJ, but he managed to save it. So good for him. He's just about managed that. A lot of the time he can't save it around here, so he's done well to keep that out of the wall and from spinning. Still 4 times ahead, and the Mighty Eggy just behind. Blue Flag's dropped off, and Blue Flag's made a mistake as Rom's right on his back now, and there's a big gap back to Lico and CJ in this big battle here. Donzo's latched on from the back of this as well now. Peatman's only 1.7 seconds behind us as well. We've nearly got a 6-car train around Nordschleife. We're about 2 seconds each other. This is just mental. CJ still having a look at Lico. Frome is getting very close to the back of Aaron as well. Just coming into the next little small straight corner. CJ having a big look at Aaron there. CJ having a look at Lico even. Donzo's caught up quite quickly, I guess. Peatman's caught up as well. Peatman's only 1.4 now. Donzo's gone wide there. Just outbroke himself slightly there. Pagani got 1.2 seconds. He's got rid of his penalty. T. Smith must have made a little bit of a mistake. So Pagani's done the hard job now getting rid of the penalty. So they're going to have 1 lap left as they come on towards the straight, so we'll keep an eye on this. The Mighty Iggy's closed up. I think T. Smith must have got a penalty as well, actually, because the Mighty Iggy's closed up as well. Then we've got Lee Cole, CJ, Frome, Aaron. They all look quite similar on fuel, so everyone seems to be alright on fuel at the moment. Okay, will T. Smith sit behind and wait for the last lap? Is he going to try and overtake on the last lap? And is he going to time it so Pagani possibly can't really overtake on the straight, because that's that long, probably could. T. Smith is closing up though, but I think he's going to back off again. It does, it just backs off. Lico in P6, and we get CJ just behind in P7. He's probably not going to be able to make a move because that GTR is so quick in a straight line. Aaron's overtaking Frome up to P8. Peatman's right on the back of his teammate. Peatman's going to be going for the move. Oh, he's went. I think he's went on the curb, on the grass. She's had this slot in behind again. Lico still ahead. P6 of CJ. So Pagani, T. Smith. We might take he's dropped off a little bit. Sometimes. Pagani and T. Smith both off. Both just managed to keep it on the track though, enough. T. Smith and Pagani both have half a second penalties. T. Smith is getting rid of his. Pagani, has he got rid of his? Pagani's getting rid of his as well. So they're both doing it at the same time, so they both don't have to lose as much. Mighty Iggy manages to catch up because he's not got a penalty, so he's now 8 tenths behind, so we're going to have a 3-car battle for the lead. CJ is still battling Lee into the last lap, then we'll get the battle behind between Aaron, Frome, battle behind between Donzo, Peatman. Michael's not far behind us as well, so we've got so many battles going on here. We've got a 3-car battle for the lead at Nordschleife on the final lap. Pagani just managing to keep ahead at the moment. Might take it just behind. Keep an eye on what's going on behind as well. Lico still ahead of CJ, and Aaron still ahead of Frome. Tom right behind in the slipstream. I don't think he's going to make a move though. I think he's going to sit behind and wait. Mighty Iggy's still close enough behind that he's able to pounce on a mistake. CJ right behind Lee. Having still ahead of Frome. Mighty Iggy dropped off slightly, he's lost a tenth or two, but he's still well found slipstreaming the range, waiting an overtake down. Pagani takes a bit of a wider line there. Tom gets a much better exit. Tom is right on his back. Is Tom going to go for a move? Pagani defends. And the left-hander, both on the curb. Pagani still managing to keep him behind. Tom is right behind him though, they're so close together. CJ's put past Lee, so Frome has got past Aaron, so we've got a free car battle for P7 at the moment. And then we've got Peatman, Michael C and all that quite close as well. Pagani though still ahead. P1. Everyone's final lap here. Mighty Iggy close behind T-Smith as well here, but they're all just sitting behind, they're all just waiting on the right, that last straight. But everything's going to get quite heated. T-Smith having a look there. That was just maybe a slightly different lines here. They're coming around the last 3 and a bit minutes of the race. CG out in P6, we get Lee Cole, Flying Foam battling as well. I can't really stay off this battle here for P1. Amazed they've all managed to stay so close together, none of them making any real mistakes. Been a fabulous race by all 3 of these. Still quite close behind. Aaron's back up to P7, he's got past Lee Cole and Frome, so don't know how he's managed that. Pagani, the full use of the track there. It does look like Pagani and T-Smith are faster than Iggy, but the Iggy has managed to catch up because of penalties. I don't think I've seen Iggy having a penalty yet, whereas Pagani and T-Smith have had a few come through the last 2 minutes of this race. The front 2 guys. Mighty Iggy's close enough behind that you could get slipstream and still make an overtake though. Blue flag in P4, comfortably away from everyone else. T-Smith is the lowest on fuel. T-Smith is very dodgy on fuel, that's his only issue. It's going to be Aaron still ahead of Frome and Lee Cole. Don's on P10, Peatman P11, Michael C's on the grass, P12. Pagani still just ahead of T-Smith, 1.5 times separates them. The only thing T-Smith has to worry about is just fuel. Hopefully he'll be able to make it to the end, so we can have a good fight. Pagani, T-Smith, Iggy, who's going to win? All 3 well within the chance as they come down the straight for the final time. 3 times separates T-Smith, and then we get 5 times back to the Mighty Iggy. T-Smith gaining, Mighty Iggy gaining slowly as well. T-Smith, gap coming down to a 10th. T-Smith pulls to the inside, side by side they go. Mighty Iggy not close enough at the moment. T-Smith still in P2. Pagani still managing to keep him behind as he comes through to the final few corners. Pagani keeps him behind. T-Smith just got enough fuel to make it to the end, the looks of it. Pagani comes around the final corner for the last time. Pagani takes the win, holds T-Smith off. The Mighty Iggy takes P3. Great racing by the front 3. The order stayed the same as it is. Blue flag is going to come home, take comfortable P4. Good race from Blue flag as well. Rom's going to come home to take P5. We're going to have CG, who's just ahead of Aaron. So Aaron managed to get the overtakes done in the last lap to get back up to P7. So CG takes P6, Aaron takes P7, Frome takes P8, Lee Cole drops down to P9, Peatman going to take P10, Donzo, who has run out of fuel, is going to take P11 just, I think. Michael C takes P12. And then we're going to have Panda, P13, SBY, P14. Whoa! Stressful end to the race. So in terms of points difference, Pagani outscored T Smith by a point, Rom outscored Aaron by 2 points, so therefore BMW are going to be taking 11 points, fifth is 8 points, so 19 points. Aaron is going to take 6 points, 18 points, 36 points, and how many were they taking? 19. So I think, if my calculations are anywhere near correct, I think the Aston guys have outscored BMW by 17 points. It is there. I'm going to double check that again just to be sure, so I know what they need by the end. So BMW got 11 and they got P8 points, so they get 19 points, 12, 24, and wrong, P8 points. Actually Aaron got 6 points, so it's 12 points. He got 24, 36, so yep, outscored them by 17 points, which puts the gap down to 20 points going into the final race. So the gap for the final race for constructors is 20 points. Yeah, constructors. I think I'm in F1s now. Manufacturers. Sorry. Toyota are now out of it. And congratulations also, T Smith has won the Group 4 championship as well. God almighty, that was... that was eventful. Not a lot of overtakes, as probably I expected there not to be a lot of overtakes, but incredibly close racing, and the fact that none of them made contact, incredibly clean. I don't think you can have a cleaner race at Nürburgring. So close racing, and they all managed to stay away from each other enough that nobody actually crashed into each other. So impeccable racing once again. Honestly, the past few weeks have been exceptional in terms of quality of racing in both leagues, in both GT1 and GT2. So we'll have about a 5-minute gap here for the final race. So as I said, 20 points as I believe is the difference. So starting at 9 PM this evening, as obviously the Nürburgring one's a little bit longer, as the laps a lot longer to finish. Ooh, one thing I forgot actually, you get 2 points for pole position, I believe. I'll double check that, but I believe you get 2 points for pole position, which will make it a bit different. Or do you? You do, you get points for pole position, I think. You do get points for pole position, so I think by my calculations they're actually only 16 points behind now. So 16 points is definitely a gap that's possible to come down when you've got the wild card. It all depends what happens in this race. So, if anyone's not familiar, this is the reverse grid race, so person who started first, so Pagani will be starting the back, T Smith will be starting second to the back. All tyre compounds must be used as usual. And in terms of the track, so you've got the Yamagiwa, which if anyone watched the GT2 or the GT2 guys will be quite familiar. We did this season. So the bit Tom's coming down at the moment is in that part, but here it comes into a right. It goes into a left-right, and in this circuit it goes into a right, and this is the part where the Miyabi part comes in. This is the other part. Usually it goes onto the bit where it's covered off, just above there. So as you can see, Donzo's just coming around it now. So this is the other part, the Miyabi part of the circuit. And then it joins on just before the kind of first gear corner, back onto the Yamagiwa circuit, and then you get the final few corners before the straight. So it's about 2 minutes. I think it's about 2 minute lap or something like that. Not far off 2 minutes, I think. 2 minutes 5 or something like that. 2 minute 10. Still not a million miles away. Actually, I think it's more than that. It's about 2 minute 12, 2 minute 13 if you're on the super softs, and the mediums I think it's about 2. You can get about 2 minute 15, 2 minute 16, possibly. So about 1 minute before we start the final race of the season. Don's setting a 2 minute 19 there. So there's a lot of long flowing corners around this circuit, particularly in the first part of the lap. You get quite a fast first corner, and then you get these S's around here. There's car performance can make a bit of a big difference here. So one of the fastest cars around here is usually the Supra, which kind of likes the high speed direction changes. It can go a lot quicker than a lot of the other cars for the first part of the lap. As I seen there, I think Donzo was, as is coming out at the end of the S, he was going about 137, 138. I think usually when I was doing this track in the Supra it was going about 141, 142 it can go, which just shows you the difference the Supra has around here. It's got a bit of an advantage usually. I'm not really sure how it goes around the other part of the circuit, the Miyabi part. There's a couple of more, it's kind of a little bit slower corners. It's still not slow corners by any means, it's still not first gear corners of that, but it's a little bit slower. Might play a difference. You need quite a stable car around here, but you need a car that's pretty decent at top speed. There's a couple of dodgy corners here, one near the end of the lap. It's a right left, and there's a lot of people run out wide on the outside, kind of tap the grass or at the wall. So final race of the season, we've got SUI leading us off for the final race, joined by Panda and Michael just behind. SUI away for the final race. Michael C gets a great start down the inside of both of these guys into turn 1, down the inside, through he goes. SUI sits behind in P2, but he might get a good run. Everyone seems to be alright through the SUI, back through into P1 through the S's, Panda and P3, Peatman just beside Lico, Donzo, Aaron down the inside as well, Aaron up to P5. We've got a lot of guys 4 wide, 3 wide, Panda, Aaron tries to get, Aaron's on the grass, he's managed to hold it though, he's up down to P13, CG on the grass as well, Peatman up to P5 down the inside of Mighty Eggy, he's dived down the inside of Panda, CG's hit Peatman, Peatman's round, oh someone's hitting Peatman, CG, Chaos at the back, flying from as well, blue flag battling with, who was that? Aaron's actually got back up to P7 after all that, showing you what's happening. Pagani's jumped up to P4, followed closely by T Smith, so both of the manufacturers, Aston Martin and BMW, have escaped all of the carnage, mainly. Aaron did get kind of spun, nearly spun round there, but he's managed just about to hold it. CG inside a Lico there as they come through kind of a first second gear corner. That's quite a tricky corner, that one. Pagani up to P4, SUI kind of on the super sauce, so he's going to be trying to get away. Michael's on the mediums, where you've got Panda on the mediums as well. Pagani's actually started on the softs, interestingly. He usually starts on the mediums, so he's went for a bit of a different strategy. Looks like he's past Panda, up into P3 already. Michael C still in P2, he's managing to keep tabs on SPY. Pagani's off, but I think he's just about, that was the tricky corner I was talking about. People run very wide there a lot of the time, it's a very tricky corner. You kind of want to brake as you kind of face towards the apex after the first part of the corner. You're usually alright. If you brake any later than that, you kind of end up on the outside. T Smith just behind Panda in P5, Donzo in P6, Aaron in P7, importantly ahead of his rival at the moment, Rom. As it stands at the moment, it'll be quite close, I think, between them. I think they may even have won it if it stands at the moment. I believe so, anyway. Pagani down the inside of Michael C, up into P2, T Smith down the inside of Panda there, he's had to back out I think though. Aaron up to P6 ahead of Donzo now. Rob needs to dispatch Donzo quickly, he needs to get back up to his competitor for the manufacturers. Mighty Eggy and Blue Flag having a bit of a battle. Mighty Eggy trying all the way around the outside, but it's too long a corner there, he's not going to manage to do that. It's not the corner to go around the outside at. Rom having a look at Donzo, Rom down the inside. T Smith down the inside of Panda, up into P4. Lennon says he reckons Pagani's doing a free stop. I would expect he probably is, he might actually do a free stop today. It depends. SVY's what he's going to run wide there, they're coming through that tricky corner as we're talking about. Aaron runs a little bit wide, but they all managed to get through it alright this time. Might see quite a few people going wide there. Oh, SVY's made a mistake, Pagani's up to P1. So Pagani in the battle for the manufacturers at the moment it's P1, so at the moment he's getting 18 extra points. And I haven't said, oh, Rom, where's what? Rom's in the pits. I think Rom might start in the mediums, so everyone's getting off the mediums. Where's T Smith? Is T Smith? T Smith's off the mediums as well, so everyone is doing a free stop by the looks of it. Pagani in P1, he's going to want to try and get away from everyone as quick as possible. So Aston Martin in a very, very solid position at the moment if they're wanting the manufacturers here. SUI still in P2, Michael just behind Panda, Aaron, Donzo, and then quite a close battle here between Lico and Mighty Iggy. Lico down the inside, Mighty Iggy gives him the room. Lico down the inside of Mighty Iggy's still there though, got a better exit. Oh, Panda doing some gardening in there in the 30, he was well wide there, very wide. Aaron catching up to back of him. T Smith, the first of the guys that pitted. Look at CG, who's also pitted. He's not put as much fuel in. Rom has put a lot, filled up fully in P12. Then we've got Frome, Supra, and Peatman in the Subaru rounding out. Everyone getting through. There's a tricky little section around here. The Miyabi section is quite tricky. There's quite a lot of tricky little corners in it. First gear, second gear corners. Tricky on traction. This is back on the Yamagiwa circuit. That's one of the biggest traction zones, trickiest on the track. Donzo at P6 still, blue flag just behind Lico, ahead of Mighty Iggy still. As they come through this very tricky corner, anyone runs wide, they all seem to manage it very well. Aaron catching up to the back of Panda. Pagani's away, he's 1.9 seconds now ahead. Aaron's still on the medium, so he looks like he's running a slightly different strategy from everyone else. So's Panda, Michael C. SPY's on his 4th lap on the super softs and they're dead. So he'll be in this lap, the front right doesn't look very healthy at all. Michael C getting rid of a penalty there. She's going to allow Panda and Aaron to get close to the back of him. Michael C's missed his breaking point slightly there, and that's allowed Panda through. This could help Aaron out though. If Aaron's going to get the run on him, possibly. Aaron down the inside, brave on the brakes. Oh, Michael C getting back though. Both of these guys have broken themselves slightly. Aaron fighting Michael C though. Aaron wants past. Gives Michael C a little bit of a push there. Side by side still. Aaron C. Aaron C? Michael. Aaron C. Oh dear. Oh, trying to mix two names together. Fans showing P3. Aaron just behind. Aaron C. For God's sake. Not cut out for this. Donzo blue flag just behind. Deluxe saying that Aaron's delivery looks very nice. Lennon says it wasn't Arsenal. Yeah, I think Lennon would much prefer a Liverpool livery than Arsenal. Michael C had a bit of a moment in traction there, so Donzo in fairness. Blue flag right behind here. We're going to see a few of these guys in. I think Pagani will be probably staying. No, he's not, he's in the pits. SUI is going to be in, 100%. Panda. Were they all in? Oh god, they all are. Oh my. Well, everybody in. I wasn't expecting them all to come in, but yeah, apparently everyone wants to come in now, so. Pagani's rejoined in P1 just ahead of T Smith. He's having a battle with at the moment, so Pagani just about holding him off at the moment. Yeah, but Lennon's not an Arsenal fan, I'm afraid, the luckies. Definitely not. T Smith having a look down the outside. Pagani has the inside line. T Smith is going to try and get a better exit, but I think Pagani's covered him off nicely there. Mighty Iggy behind in P3 still on the mediums. CG in P4 in the Supra. He's got a lot less fuel though, so that's the reason he's moved up a bit. Lico in the GTR. What on earth is Lico going there? That's I think he might have outbroke himself there. I don't think that's what line he was going for. through there. Rom's in P6, and we've got Frome just behind, blue flag, SBY. Aaron's fueled up a lot, and he's back out on the softs now, so he's run the mediums and the softs. He's still got super softs to run, so we'll see if he's going to do... Looks like he's going to be doing a free stop. It looks like everyone's going to be doing a free stop at the moment. Will Pagani stay out this lap, or will he just try and go in as soon as possible on those mediums? Some people have been doing just coming in after one lap. T Smith is right behind them though. Down the inside, give each other the room. Pagani goes wide, both of them struggle on traction. Pagani's still there though as they join the Yamagiwa part of the circuit now. Down the inside goes T Smith, CJ, the Mighty Iggy, and Lee Cole, who went on the outside too far there. T Smith is on the softs here, which is the difference. Pagani stays out. Pagani gets better exit, and I think he's already passed actually. T Smith up in the breeze down the inside. Had a look, they've got better of it. CJ still in P3, and Lee Cole, GTR, the Mighty Egg just behind. Rom, who's on the super softs in that BMW. Frome, blue flag just behind. SBY in P9. Aaron in P10 catching these. I think he's going to be on top a lot now coming into the pit, so he doesn't have to battle as much. Mighty Iggy getting possibly overtook there by Rom round the outside. What a move! Round the outside by Rom. Frome battling Mighty Iggy now as well as they come down. Is he going to have a look down the inside? Frome down the inside in the Mighty Iggy. Mighty Iggy once again gives a room. Mighty Iggy's a very respectful driver with room. He gives, I've noticed that a lot, he gives a room, or even more room than probably needs to. He's very courteous to all drivers, gives them as much room as they want. SUI still in P9, now we get Aaron, who's still closing up quite quickly in the back of them. Now we get Panda P11, followed by Michael Johnson on P1 at the back. So Pagani still in P1, T Smith just behind. That's tricky corner, T Smith runs a bit wide, but manages to keep it on the road. As they come round for the first part that we back onto the Yamagiwa circuit. Pagani still managed to keep ahead, just about. CJ will win this lap, I think. He's not got any fuel left, really. Ron will be in this lap as well, so we're going to have a couple of pit stops this lap. Pagani coming around the final corner now. Half a second lead. I think Pagani's probably going to stay out. Yep. T Smith goes off. CJ goes off as expected. Rom goes on as expected as well. So everyone into the pits that we expected to go in. Frome having a look. T Smith comes out. Ooh. Frome down the inside of blue flag. SBY going all the way around the outside, which is going to allow T Smith a look possibly. So coming down. Aaron's just behind T Smith now. Just come out of the pits. T Smith's going to want to dispatch these quite quickly. SBY's got on the curb, bounced over it. T Smith having a look down the inside. SBY gives the room. SBY going to try and hold it around the outside. T Smith down the inside though, gets the move done up to P5. Got rid of SBY quite quickly. Now he's going to have to battle with Flying Frome and Blue Flag, as Blue Flag has a look at Flying Frome down the inside. T Smith having a little look as well. Frome gives Blue Flag the room. T Smith on the inside as well. Free wide. Flying Frome is inside for the next left-hander. Blue Flag manages just about to stay ahead. Then we get T Smith just behind. SBY has a bit of a wiggle just behind. Might allow Aaron through as well. Aaron quickly caught these guys. He's wanting to get past as quickly as possible. T Smith round the outside of Blue Flag. Aaron also trying to go around the outside of SUI. T-Smith all the way around the outside of Blue Flag. He's still there, he's managing to hold it. Blue Flag's going to be getting the slipstream off of Frome. No, T-Smith down the inside at the first gear corner. Great move for T-Smith as he's got past Frome as well. There's a little bit of a touch in the way. Oh, flying Frome has a wiggle. Aaron down the inside as well. Frome has a wiggle. Drops a couple of positions. T-Smith up to P3, SUI up to P4. Aaron up to P5. Oh, sorry, Aaron up to P4. Just dispatched of SUI as well. Both these guys quickly got past them all. Blue Flag's lost a position to SUI there. Rom's come out in P7 after this pit stop. Then we get Frome just behind, Panda P9, Michael CP10, CJ who's just got past Donzo, Mighty Iggy and then Peatman. So Pagani still ahead. He's just ahead of Lico behind. So Pagani had a bad lap there. No, he's actually alright. I think it's just Lico's having quite a good time at the moment on those super softs. He's probably quite enjoying himself at the moment, so he's caught up to the back of Pagani. Should be quite a good car around here actually, GTR. Oh, contact in the background there between Rom, Blue Flag and SBY. SBY just about holding it, he's on the curb again, no. Blue Flag down the inside, and we're going to have Rom on the outside. Is they going to go free wide into the next left-hander? And Blue Flag's been forced out wide. Keeps it on the road just about though after his excavate through the grass. SUI breaks himself a little bit, but gets it turned in alright. Aaron's still up to P4, just behind T-Smith. Lee Cole still just behind Pagani. Bit calmer now after those mental laps. Had to breathe a little bit after that. It was a busy few laps. Right, so Aaron getting closely followed now by Rom, who he's in a battle with, obviously, from manufacturers. So, and Aaron will be in shortly. He might go one more lap. I think they're going to be doing kind of 10-minute stints at the moment. SUI wide again there, going for a bit of a late apex there, which might work actually. Blue Flag's went wide again. I don't know what. I think Blue Flag might have lost his head a little bit in the last lap. He's unfortunately got kind of pushed off, it looked like anyway. So Pagani, Lico into the pits, so that's released T-Smith into P1 and then followed closely by Aaron and Rom. So Pagani going for a lap earlier pit stop. Pagani's got slightly more fuel though than the guys behind him with Lico and all that, and he's going to probably, is he on the super softs? Pagani's on the super softs now. So this is the stint where Pagani is going to have to push. He has got CG in front of him, but ahead of that there's a big old gap. So he's going to want to go as quick as possible, get past him, and he's going to go clean air, bang in a few laps. T-Smith's got fast stuff at the moment. His last lap was 2 minutes 16.1. Aaron's on the curb there. Rom coming down. Aaron's still got the inside line though. Rom, if he wants to do it, it's going to have to go all the way around the outside. Rom round the outside. Rom's going to have the inside line for the next corner. Aaron once again is going to try and hold it. Doesn't really have the tyres though, so Rom's got the move. Good move by Rom there. Pagani has already dispatched of CG. Lee Cole has also dispatched of CG up to P4 and 5 respectively. Then we get CG just behind these. Drop back from the CG's running. The CG's? Oh dear. Grammar and pronunciation of things this evening. The Toyotas in 6th and 7th. I got it out eventually. SUI in P8, then we've got Mighty Iggy having a battle with SUI, and Donzo just behind that as well. It's Panda Michael C, blue flag after his pit stops come out. P13. T Smith 4.6 seconds ahead of Rom now. Aaron will be in this lap, he's struggling quite a bit on those tyres by the looks of it now. He's getting no tyre wear left. No tyres even. T Smith carries on, Rom carries on, Aaron peels off into the pits. Pagani and Lee still close together. Lee going well so far this race. CJ just behind in P5, then we got Frome. SPY, P7, Mighty Iggy just behind. Aaron comes out just behind the Mighty Iggy. Filters out in P9. One thing, Aaron's always had to get past traffic after coming into this pit stop. He's not get very lucky with the coming out and clear the air of that. So at the moment it's a BMW 1-2, but they have to pit this lap. So will they try go? Will it only be one more stop they will have to do, or will they do another stop afterwards? That is the question. Aaron's in P7, he's managed to get past the Mighty Iggy and SBY. SBY down the inside of the Mighty Iggy. SBY just about managing to get the move done. The Mighty Iggy still there though. Gets the move done though. So Panda just behind, get the same at the back. T Smith 4.7 ahead of his teammate Rom. Yanni still just ahead of Lee. Both of these are on the same strategy, so this is where they are, obviously, in terms of each other. Don't really know what's going to happen with T Smith and Rom yet, but in terms of Pagani and Lee, similar fuel and similar strategy as well, so this is where they are in relation to each other. It's going to be a battle to the end for them, and then we've got the Supras in P5 and P6. CG is going to have to come in this lap as T Smith pits, Rom pits, so Pagani and Lico will be a 1-2. CG comes into the pits as well, so that's going to release Aaron as well. So T Smith has come out, so T Smith will be doing another stop by the looks of it. He's not got enough fuel to get to the end there. What's going on with Rom? Rom on the other hand, that's going to be it for Rom. Rom's come out in P9, so he's only got one stop left. So, be interesting to see what happens with him near the end of the race. So T Smith has come out just behind Lee Colin Pagani. So watch the gap between there. Rom's going to be trying to get past Panda as quick as possible. I think he's already going to be doing it. Panda got the S's all wrong. So coming to the next right-hander. Rom is going to try and go round the outside. Panda gives him the room. SUI gets a slide. Rom round the outside. Great move by Rom. Fresh tyres. Easy move. Round the outside. Rom quickly trying to get past SPY as well now. So much more traction. His tyres might be quite short by the end though, Rom, that's the only issue. Maybe he's going to try and stay towards to the end now. Rom's caught up. Lee Coles overtook Pagani for the lead. T Smith just behind now. All of them have one stop left to do. So That's the neck positions. But interesting to see what happens with Rom though. If he's going to try and get to the end. He's still trying to get past SBY though, just holding him up. And he's got the Mighty Eggy still as well, and then that's it till Aaron, I believe, head. And it's Rom, yep. SBY's got it all wrong there for that section, which will allow Rom through up into P7, coming to the final corner. Mighty Eggy just about holding off Rom at the moment, but I'd imagine Rom will be getting past very soon, Rom into the pits. So that's released Aaron up to P4, the Mighty Eggy up to P5, and Rom fighting that P5. Mighty Eggy's tyre was quite bad though. Mighty Eggy win this lap for his last stop. So I think Rom's already down the inside. He's having a look. Switches to the outside, looking for the move. Panda gets a good run though as well there. Rom had to sit back there. He didn't have the confidence to go for the move. Down the inside though, so much better traction there, and he's through up into P5. So Rom's dispatched everyone now. Aaron's still in P4. T Smith closed up for the fight for the lead. So Lee is in the fight for the lead at the moment. He's in P1. And I've got Pagani and T Smith just behind. So once again we've got a 3-car battle for the lead. T Smith going for the move. Pagani sends it down the inside. Both have a wiggle on traction there, that was close. Just about kept it together though. Aaron P4, Rom P5. So front 5 consists of the 4 cars battling for the manufacturers, and then Liko was in the lead. So second, third, fourth and fifth. But at the moment it is the Astons that are ahead, but T Smith is having a look down the inside at the final corner. Pagani gives him the room. Pagani peels off into the pits for the final time. Is he going to put on the softs or the super softs? Liko P1, T Smith just behind him. We got Aaron P3, Rom P4. The Mighty Eggy comes into the pits. Pagani's come out on the softs. Thought he might have done that. I don't think the super soft would have got to the end for him. So he's come out just behind Rom. Bit more fuel and a little bit more fresher tyres though. So see what happens with that. T Smith will have to fuel up next time he stops quite a bit. So I'm not entirely sure where he's going to come out in relation to Pagani. Might come out, might jump him. It's going to be tight for the manufacturers here. I think though, as it stands, I think Aston would take it though. T Smith battling the lean out. Sits behind. Doesn't want to risk it, just sits behind and waits for the next straight coming up shortly. I think Pagani will be wanting these two to battle, because if they have a battle, but both of these I think will be in this lap, or T Smith might go another lap. Could be both are coming. Oh no, oh, he doesn't. T-Smith does stay out for one more lap. I thought he had the fuel to go another lap. Aaron will, I think, jump Lee. Lee has to fuel up, so Aaron will jump Lee. Oh no, Aaron's into the pits, sorry, this lap. So Pagani and Rom battling. Pagani is going to go for the inside. Turn 1. Pagani down the inside. Lee Cole's just going to come out just in between them. Oh! Oh! Breathe. Oh, that was close. Oh, well done to all three of them for getting through that. Pagani done especially. He's managed to jump both of them up to P2. That is why Pagani has won so many championships. That in a nutshell there. A lot of people would have panicked there and probably made a mistake there. Lee just about round the outside. Very importantly gets past them as quick as possible. Aaron's come out in P7. But he's going to jump P5 and P6 because they're going to have to come into the pits. Pagani just ahead of Lee at the moment. So T-Smith at the moment is in P1, but he does have to pit this lap. CJ just behind this group, but he's going to have to come in this lap or next lap. Same with Rome. So Aaron is in a net P5 at the moment. I think Deluxe saying it looks like it's going to be Pagani, Lee and Aaron. I do not think so actually. I think it's going to be... Oh, Lee Cole down the end. Oh, actually that's lag. Oh, bit of lag there. I think the podium will actually be T-Smith, Lee Cole and Pagani. I think T-Smith will be first, Lee Cole will probably get second. I think Pagani might get third actually. As Lee Cole down the inside of Pagani gets past, I think T-Smith will manage to stay ahead actually. All of these. I think Rob will manage to just about keep Aaron behind. Though it might be close between them at the end. T-Smith in, so let's stay on board with Lee Cole. As he comes round the final corner, T-Smith has to fill up, remember. So T-Smith comes out. Lee Cole, as expected, I expected it to happen. T-Smith has jumped. Well, he's kind of jumped him. He's managed to get out ahead. So at the moment, the podium is T-Smith, Lee Cole, and Pagani, as I thought it would be. First time I've actually managed to predict what's actually going to happen. At the moment, anyway. So that's going to put a bit of a spanner in the works. I'm going to work out the points quickly while we watch Lee Cole and Pagani. I'm going to try and work out the points as quick as possible and see what's going to happen points wise. So if you get 18 points for first, and Rom as it stands is in a net P4 as it stands. So 18 points and 12 points, so they've got 30 points. They had to outscore them by 16. Look at Pagani in P3 at the moment. It's got, so that's going to be 14 points, 28 points. And you've got Aaron who's in a net P5 at the moment. That's 48 points, which is 18 points ahead. And I think from my maths, there's a difference of 16 points between them as Rome gets past Rome. So as it stands at the moment, I believe Aston may be winning the manufacturers by 2. Lennon says it's not hard to predict 90% of the race. Lennon, you're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say I am excellent. A bit like Deluxe. Deluxe just said it's not hard. I'm right. Yeah, well, see. Oh, well, I've always preferred Deluxe to Lennon. Pagani won't make a mistake. Well, he doesn't usually make a mistake, Deluxe, but you never know. flying Throne peels off, so Aaron up to P5. I think Aston Martin are currently winning the manufacturers as it stands. Just. If he gets past Rom, then I think it's nailed on. But he needs to dispatch Rom. As get. Oh, Rom's actually. I think Rom's going to have the pace over Aaron's on tyre wheel though. Rom came back into the pits, so it's going to be extremely tight this. Smith looks to have got big enough lead now. Lee Cole comfortably in P2. Gap between Rom and Aaron staying the same. Panda's up in P6 now. And CJ and Froome are quite quick behind though in the Supras. Michael C's in P9, Mighty in P10, blue flag after that earlier incident down in P11 now. SPY's in P12, Donzo and Peatman moves out. Worth noting as well, this is Donzo, Peatman and SBY's last race in GT1. They're dropping down to GT2 next season. It's also Michael C's last race, so he's in P9 on his last race. This is his first season, he's going to have a season off. But SBY, Donzo and Peatman will be dropping down. And we also should be having a return of Junkie Sport next season as well, in GT2. That's one to watch out for. CJ's managed to pass Panda. Froome having a look at Panda down the inside, possibly now into turn 1. Should be an easy move. Froome down the inside. Easy move up into P7, so Supra's now running P6 and P7. So still, as you were at the front, 5 at the moment. Gaps are kind of evening out a little bit. These have all got. Ooh, trying to work out timing wise here, that's actually quite tight. I think all front 5 will have to do another lap. I think P6 will be the last. I think Aaron will just make it to the finish line to have to do another lap. CJ and Froome, it'll be the last lap. Having a bit of a battle at the moment. Just about staying ahead at the moment. Looks like Froome's a quicker driver at the moment though, so looking for a way past. Antonetis is up by the tight corners along, quite difficult in traction. Froome right behind CJ here. As well fight, they've got no other people there battling. Froome down the inside, CJ holding it round the outside. Froome sits in behind, so T Smith crosses the line. Aaron is going to complete another lap, but coming around to the final corner now. Oh, Froome's actually jumped CJ there. I don't know. How have I missed that? Yeah, but just across the. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, they did. Just about. Just in time, they did cross the finish line. So everyone's finishing off. Michael C rounds out. Final race for the season in P10. Blue Flag P11, SBY P12, and Don's on Peatman's going to come on P13, P14. So gaps are all staying the same at the moment. Pagani and Rom's gaps come down a little bit. But we'll wait for obviously the stewards' reports and all of that, just in case anyone gets a unexpected penalty or anything like that. And obviously there's a possibility my maths could be wrong, but I think you do get 2 points for pole. I think it is, and it gets doubled to 4, which I believe would put Aston Martin 2 points ahead of the constructors of BMW. But double check that. One thing that could make a difference. Pagani's off. Oh, he's kept it on the track though, just about. That is not going to help the chance. If Ron were to get past Pagani, BMW would win. The manufacturers. So this is for manufacturers, I believe. Rom, last lap. Not long to go. There's only a couple of corners left. As long as Pagani's front right's gone, that's the reason why he's struggling so much. Oh, he's on. He's had a wiggle. Rom's catching still. Down to 4 temps. Come to the last corner. As long as Pagani gets it right, he's managed to just about get down to 3 temps. Round the last corner. As long as Pagani gets a decent exit, he's done. T. Smith wins. Rom coming across the line. The gap's coming down. Side by side. Oh, Pagani has just held out. T. Smith lead, Pagani, Rom, Aaron. So, I believe that Aston Martin have won. The manufacturers, I think. Wait for the final confirmation, obviously, on the usual channels, but I believe that was the final. I think that was for the manufacturers, that final battle there. So, obviously, double check after the stewards' report. Obviously, the final standings will be out and finally know exactly what happened there. But preliminary, I believe they have won it, just about. Not by much, mind you, 2 points. So, rounding out the season, T. Smith is your champion. Second place, it will be in the standings. I'll double check, but I think it might actually be Pagani who gets P1. I think because of Pagani getting a lot more points than Frome this evening, I believe Pagani will take P2 just about. Frome will be P3 possibly. I think Aaron will jump actually. Aaron might jump up to P3. P4, sorry, from P5. But the manufacturers, it's either, it looks like it's Aston Martin, then it's going to be BMW, that'll be Toyota, Nissan, Merc, Lexus, Subaru, Corvette. T. Smith has won Group 4 comfortably, and in the end up, and T. Smith has also won the Group 3 championship, so a clean sweep for T. Smith in the championships. So that rounds out this season and GT Sport for this season. Obviously we're having a little bit of a break next week, and I believe we'll be back in the following week. I believe, but obviously double check that on the FTRL Twitter and all that. We've got GT1 and GT2 back next season. I will be back once again for comms for GT1 for my 3rd season. And GT2 will be back as well. I think it'll probably be Lee. Blue Flag will be doing comms again for that. And also Lee, I think, will be doing comms for the Nations Cup, which will kick off on the Tuesday. Thank you all so much for watching all season. And I think we'll agree it was a great season, and particularly the last few weeks has been fantastic, and we got treated to an absolute brilliant last week. Lot side to side action and a lot of battles, and 2 last lap battles for the win and for the manufacturers as well. So thank you so much for watching, and have a nice night.